The next two problems both have the same structure. They both have an exponential e in them, so they're going to work the same way. So let's start with the first one, x e to the power of negative 3x squared plus 5 dx. So the standard procedure here is this. If you see the letter e in the problem, which is what I'm seeing, the u is automatically going to be the whole exponent. So that's pretty standard. There's no confusion there. It's always going to be the same. So let's u be negative 3x squared plus 5. So what's the du going to be like? The derivative of negative 3x squared plus 5 is going to be negative 6x and then the dx. So what I need in this problem is negative 6x and a dx. By looking at the problem, I only have x and dx. I don't have the negative 6. So I need the whole thing to be able to replace it with the du. So, you know, the same standard procedure works again. We're going to need to put in some random number in this problem. So the random number that we need to put in is going to be negative 6 in this case. So we're going to put negative 6 there. And since I'm multiplying by negative 6, to keep it balanced, I'm going to put negative 6 on the denominator. That way everything stays pretty much balanced. And keep in mind that the negative 3x squared plus 5, that is going to be replaced with the variable u. So let's make the changes next. So the negative 1/6 on the outside is going to stay there. There's nothing we can do about that. Now the negative 6x and the dx together, they get replaced with the du. The e stays, that's the base, e stays, and the exponent becomes the variable u, because we said that u replaces negative 3x squared plus 5. But now, negative 1/6 antiderivative for e to the u du becomes negative 1/6 e to the power of u plus c. So basically, the whole integral e to the u du, all of this stuff with the integral all get erased and they get replaced with e to the u plus c. That's how it works. And finally, we just write down in place of the u, the negative 3x squared plus 5, and then leave the plus c on the side, and that's pretty much how it's going to end. So pause the video here for a moment and see if you can do the next problem. See if you can solve this one. And if you can, that's great. That means you learned what you're supposed to learn in this section. If not, then go ahead and review some more and practice some additional problems. Let me know. Now, maybe I could provide you with some extra help. So this is the solution. In this case, again, I replaced the u with the exponent x4 plus 3. Then the derivative is 4x cubed dx. And I'm missing the 4 in this problem. So that's why you're seeing me put a 4 here and a 4 on the denominator. And then I made my substitutions. The 1/4 stayed on the outside. And then I integrate the e to the power of u to get e to the power of u plus c and replace the u back with the original quantity. And that's how the problem ends. I hope that you guys got a chance to solve this one and got it correctly.